Hey guys, my name is Tara. I'm a physical therapist, and today we're going to go over ways to protect your low back while you're gardening. So I love gardening. I find it to be a very therapeutic type of activity, but it is an activity that it is a really tough position to be in for a while. It's really tough on your low back, but there are things that you could do to protect your low back and make sure you keep it safe. Number one, you want to be really careful when you're lifting, so you're not just bending over and lifting. You're bending your knees, keeping whatever you're lifting close to your body as you lift to protect your low back. You also don't want to be holding anything heavy and twisting at the same time. While you're working in the garden, you don't want to just be hunched over doing whatever you have to do. You either want to be in a squat type position or get something that you can kneel on. They have like kneeling stools that you can use, so that'll help protect your low back. Because if you're sitting there in a hunched position the whole time, that is not going to be good for your low back. If you choose to sit while you garden, instead of just leaning over and flexing your spine, you want to lean forward with a more flat back, and that will protect your back as well. Another tip I have for you guys is that after you're done gardening and you feel like you need a rest, not to just go in and sit down right away. It's better to walk around after gardening, because gardening is a lot of flexion, so our spine in this kind of forward type position, and when you sit down you're just going into the same position, so if you did irritate something in your back, sitting is probably just going to make it worse. Remember to take breaks while you're gardening, so really getting up and moving around is the best thing that you can do so that you're not in one position for too long. So something that I find helpful to do when I'm gardening, so if I'm in that forward position, bending forward, if I stand up and I just put my hands on my low back and I just bend backward this way, on and off a few times, that helps my back a lot. Really, if you're doing that, you should have no pain. If you ever have pain with that, or if you have something radiating down, so if you feel anything radiating down into your legs when you're doing that exercise, stop, and then I would recommend seeing a doctor or a physical therapist. So when you're doing this exercise, you're going to have the palms of your hand on your low back with your fingertips pointing down to the ground. Your feet are going to be hip width apart and your knees soft with your hands on your low back. Then you lean backward to wherever you're comfortable, keeping your head in good alignment so you're not looking backward, and then you just come back up to standing and then repeat that. So you're not holding for a while, it's just on and off. And what you could do is, while you're gardening, you could just kind of take a break, stand up, do that 3 or 4 times just to kind of reverse the curve of your back, and then you can go back to what you're doing. I would be careful with this exercise if you have balance issues. If you do have issues with your balance, then I would suggest trying this exercise inside and just have something behind you while you do it, like your bed, so standing with your back facing your bed while you try the exercise. That's a little bit safer. This video is really about preventing low back issues, so if you already have back issues, I highly recommend seeing a physical therapist. I'm going to post another video soon that goes over an exercise you can do to help you prevent back issues, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, that's all for today, guys. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.